So, today's video is very important to understand. Today's video is on the codec system of NSIGII. And remember, as Sarah, I for India, G for golf, I for India, the codec system. So NSIGII has a command and control codec system. But I'm going to use this is how it started. So I got my notes here. I haven't got papers, but line paper, but this is how it works. So NSIGII, N for November, S for Sarah, I for Indigo, G for Golf, I for India, is a human rights protocol for giving you food, water, and shelter forever. It's meant to hold down hunger, stability, anger, hatred, your wild thoughts, or like medical supplies, humanitarian supplies, in front of drones. It's a command and control system. It's a routine system. It's usually an operational system, because on the fly. The title now is verb now heterogeneous, homogeneous via a rhetorical reasoning rationale. Basically, the heterogeneous mixed kind of data, similar types of data that have coherence that work together. Similar type of data, this kind of relationship that uses as nothing is. So as the prices as a relationship system. Heterogeneous data like like a cat, a dog, a man, a woman. Things that are classed as mixed, which are classed as mammals or which one can be referred to mammals. That give birth, that will have room for give birth. Homogeneous data, things like similar data, same data type, same data classifiers, for data category via rhetorical reasoning rationale. So the rhetorical this framework is the facts that drives the hypothesis. What's the main concerns in the project and the system? What's the rhetoric? What's just rhetoric? Yes, the fact is rhetoric, but the fact of rhetoric is not rhetorical. It can be a rhetoric or it can be rhetorical. Rhetorical means is you know the answer. Which is a problem system. So the rhetoric is the rationale of a system of reasoning. Rhetorical reasoning rationale framework. The reason is a dilemma. Is it a dilemma? Can it be resolved or not via trident interpretation? The goal is to have a reasoning that's bipartite. Two systems, two parties, two entities, or bipartite or tripartite, three entities via yes, no, and maybe consensus. That have a rationale to solve, to have a reason for human rights and for. So this for today I'm going to show the video codec for NSIGII file format. So I'm going to show you right now how it works. Well, let me give you some examples of why this matters. So the human rights framework I'm building for github.com /OBINexus legislation. O for Oscar, B for Bravo, I for India, N for November, E for Echo, X for X-ray, U for Umbrella, S for Sarah, / legislation, F for Lima, E for Echo, G for Jam, I for Indigo, S for Sarah, T for Tango, A for Alpha, T for Tango, I for Indigo, O for Oscar, F for 1. So I'm claiming I have 80 human rights because I'm tripolar. So I'm 3-1. I have 3. You can call me Mr. Uche, meaning knowledge, Mr. Knowledge Nnamdi, and call me Mr. Nnamdi, or you can call me Mr. OBINamdi. Whichever you see fit, but they have different meanings. There are 3 different people in one person. This is a trident interpreter because I am complete, so I claim. But today is basically gonna tell about the derivatives of stability. There are 4 types of sentences. Let's do that. There are 4 declarative sentences that works to the system of John likes Mary. Declarative, simple as Mary likes John. Mary likes John. John likes Mary. Mary likes John. Bipartite resolution. Does Mary like John? Yes. John likes, but can be John does not like Mary. Mary likes John. Mary does not like John. John likes Mary. The relationship is bipartite. So because they have a relationship of disjoint parties with a conjunction. So they have a clause, and the clause is positive or negative. So depending on the pole, the problem is basically a discriminant problem. But do we have a good relationship now? Basically, we're gonna have b squared minus 4ac, which means the kind of discriminant of a system over the kind of rise and run of the equation x squared plus y squared equals t squared, where t is the lowest factor, the time dimension of the right factor. So that's the first statement. But statements are expressions. Statement is true or false. Expression is models of value. It's called pole. So the bipoles of this is like what is the meaning of the expression? What could this probably mean? And this is a intuition of natural language codecs based on the bipolar regional rational rhetorical framework. So the rhetorical rational framework is a verb noun classifier. So a verb against a verb noun pair is literally a verb, something that you're can do something, running. Super. The verb describes a verb is a doing one, but it's not just a doing one. It describes an action. It describes an action. It's literally an action. But it's a doing one. It's an action. Superman, superwoman. The verb there is super. No, that's the adverb. That's the verb. That's the yeah, that's the verb. So you have no, that's the verb. So the verb is the doing word. So adverb is wait. An adverb describes a verb. An adverb describes a verb. So running, ran, to run. A verb is a prefix to do something, to act. To verb is formed two conjunctions of to and action. So an adverb is describe them in the past, present, and future tense. And the noun is the classifier of that them. Noun is a place or thing. But person is not as a noun. A person is just one category of a noun. We can talk about one from a perspective of a person. We can talk about an animal, like a rat, like a wild mice. But the nouns are things can give connotations to, can connotate from a noun's experience. So not just a human experience. Just to give you that, from the kind of a phenomenological engine or don't ontological relation. This is how they are. So you're gonna have the question. So where I'm going with this, you're gonna have 4 types of classifiers here, and what I'm going to demonstrate on the board is why this matters. Before we demonstrate the program. So integration. So you're gonna have two kind of steps. You're gonna have integration, derivative, and integration. So integration, integrate. So integrative. So you're gonna differentiate as statement, expression, intent. These are three poles. The three poles are like magnetic poles. Like think of them as polar, the kind of poles north, east, southwest. But think of them as latitude, longitude, and altitude. Latitude, longitude, and altitude. Just think of it like that. If you don't, because they have interpretation. So statement is the pole, expression is the meaning of the pole, and the pole statement, expression, and intent. So you're going to take a lexicon, parser, and abstract tree model for dimensions of the problem to address. So you now have an integrative term. So you're gonna have does Mary like John? Does makes the question does, but this can be interpretation question. Communities can probe themselves from something. So basically, if you basically this people are called probing. P for Papa, R for Romeo, O for Oscar, B for Bravo, I for India. So P for Papa, R for Romeo, O for Oscar, B for Bravo, I for India. So B for Bravo, I for India, N for November, G for gold. So this is probing. So probing is basically this is ask the source questions. Purposes for more inputs, more outputs, more solutions, more data. But it does it without a human in the loop. You got human in the loop, human on the loop, and human out the loop. This are called. Drum roll, please. Dimensional classifier. So you're gonna have two types. So you're gonna have the classifiers here. So you have any natural language follows this category. So this is a natural language. So you're gonna have two classifiers. You're gonna have a heterogeneous classifier and a homogeneous classifier. But they are bipartite. That means they have different systems. They operate on different systems, but still like Eulerian and, for example, you look at Eulerian graph, Eulerian bottom-up Cisco graph, complex instruction set, and rest reduced instruction set. Risk. They operate on kind of instruction set of intent, but basically, computer knows what you mean. Computer knows what you mean when you're saying you mean. You got the other ones which are imperatives. Stop, close the door. This is a command, and you got exclamative. What a funny thing he told us. is process. So exclamation is process. Exclamation. So again, imperative. They are commands, commands and controls. Commands. I command you. I command you. Stop. Stop. Close the door. Close the door. Now, close the door is instruction. It's a command. Stop. Stop. Leave me. Stop. Stop touching me. Stop. So the goal is to have the command and the control bypass. So you're gonna have the control. If you control something in the system, you got the up, down, down, left, right, up, down, down, left, right, BA start to code. This is a control sequence. You can see how this works, in practice. It's imperative. So you're gonna have declaratives, but if you have two of them, if you have declarative and if you have a probe, let's say integrative and imperative, you can do what? You can model a sentence. I'm going to give you the idea of this. So expressing this, expressing surprise, expressing this. What a funny thing he told us. Things that not like bang, but a bing bang boom. It's declarative, but it's something that can happen with something that's formulable. Some kind of system formalization. It's like that's it's expressive. It's a surprise. What a fun thing to do. My right here. What a funny story he told us. That is what a funny story he told us. That's pretty. That this story is funny. Story is funny. What a funny thing he told us. Not he told us. It's pretty surprise. So you can have two at once. You can have. So let me take the one for let me choose myself. So let's say the dimensional CAT. The dimensional curve. The mission classifier is to introduce myself. So basically, introduce yourself. That'll be decorative. Introduce yourself, and that'll be introduce yourself, and then introduce yourself will be decorative. Can you introduce yourself will be integrative. Integrative. Can you introduce yourself? Introduce yourself will be okay. Basically, introduce yourself will be imperative. Introduce yourself. It's a command. Yes, it's very imperative. It's not integrative. Introduce yourself. Imperative. It means imperative is integrative. Say introduce yourself. Imperative. So integrative. Introduce yourself. Which is like a command, and which is imperative, and you have can you introduce yourself? Basically these are two bypass systems that represent a homogeneous calculus. So the computer would then start like this. I am system A. My name is Nnamdi Michael Balang. My name is Nnamdi Michael Balang. Doesn't matter what question I have, I introduce myself. I am a tripolar man. But this is a probe, so I'm being probed. Basically, the computer can respond to you limited. So you're going to have this kind of system works. So you're gonna have the four types of sentences. So basically, it's called four types of sentences. Then you've got four types of sentence constructions or sentence structures. So you're gonna have a short sentence. I am Nnamdi. That's a valid output to the system. Short sentence. I am Nnamdi. The probe is introduce yourself. The sentence will be probe is introduce yourself or can you introduce yourself? I am Nnamdi. Introduce yourself. I am Nnamdi. So variations. Short, simple sentences. Simple and short sentences. Simple. Short. My name is Nnamdi. So short sentence. I am Nnamdi. The pronoun, conjunction, and noun. Simple. Short sentence. Simple sentence. My name is Nnamdi. My name is Nnamdi. My name is Nnamdi. Because it comes from the pronoun my from I, but it's still part of the consequence of I. It doesn't fall neatly into it. Basically, it falls neatly into it, but it's not the simplest category. It's not the objective one. It's more personal. It's more tailored. You say mine. It's sort of my name. My name is Nnamdi. Nnamdi is my name. We can say Nnamdi is my name. My name is Nnamdi. Name being no, I'm just recording. You can't drink. This is my drink. Go ahead. Because I can't let you be on camera. Sorry. Okay. Sorry. Go have a drink. Go have a drink. Okay. You're welcome. So you're going to have take as much as you need, okay? The kind of thing I'm saying is that the system is there. So compound gonna have a simple short sentence, a simple and a short sentence done. Then you have a compound sentence. Now they have auxiliary construction. So a simple auxiliary construction, you're gonna have auxiliary construction. You're gonna have two subsentences. You're gonna have a compound and a complex. A compound sentence is has a dependent and one independent clauses. So the clauses are what these are programmatically via conditions. It's gonna have if X happens, if you have if then. So the clauses, if you have if then, so you have an if then, so you're gonna have while then. So you have like auxiliary clauses there. So you're gonna have do while do while loop, for example. But this do while loop is very ambiguous. So this one with your parsing, you're gonna have a kind of conflict there. So the polynomial has to polarize. So you're using like do some statement, do while once, do while. But you can do then while. So if you do something, perform operation, perform run score block while the statement is true. While this expression holds for the time being. But that's what you can say. If you didn't do a d, you can send this to do x x equals 0. X equals x equals 0. X equals 0. Do x plus do x plus while x less than 10, less than equals to 25. So this is statement you can line an inline C, but this will print and then you put in a code block do x plus and you can print x. So print x. So like let's do print x. Let's say print fx. This will print 1 to 10. 1 to 25 naturally, but this is basically an order. So basically this is put in an order. This is called pre-order. No, this is called post order because it's basically the increment concept. This is post order transversal, but it's still the execution order. So I'm saying it's part of the execution order too. So you're gonna have do plus x. Basically this is kind of pre-order execution order, pre-order execution. But this is basically Eulerian, this is basically Hamiltonian and Eulerian of the system. But I'm saying the problem here I'm trying to identify is still print so less than equals 25. They'll print 1 to 25, 1 to 24. On and off, but and on and off. So if you have less than 25 and less than 25, you have 1 to 24 and 1 to 25. 0 to 24 and 1 to 25, 1 to 25, 1 to 24, it's a two different ranges. So the then command is what unites. So you're gonna have do then, do x plus the then check a switch. Check. So basically the then command is a then go to statement. So the then go to statement. So do x plus do x is 0, x plus then you connect. Then if a context holds true, if x basically if x plus do x plus x equals 0, if x because you have to have a do if no then so okay do x plus then so you can have to go to them do then while basically you have a do block, then you have a then block, and then you have a while block. So the then block is a statement that is a close. So you have two states to resolve. You're gonna have the two states 1 to 24. No wait, am I right? Right, 1 to 24. No wait, 1 to 25. And that's x plus and x plus x will be 1 to 24. 0 to 24. 0 to 24. Wait. No, this will be 1 to 24. One to four. But to go to how system resolve the then block I did for coherent case like this. You're gonna have it's like you can change the clause. It's a clause. You're gonna have do x plus then x then if you have a then print then you print x then you print x after so you have captured range of so this then will then print based on the whatever switched it. So whatever switched it, but it's quite new for now, but it's a programming paradigm. Basically you have a polar switch. You're gonna have something that we can both post simultaneously to encode. You do this, you can have an if then clause if then else, and then you can have then again else then if. So you get an if something happens then something else, then you just switch, then switch to this task, then what's the code block. So the code block is usually labeled. So the then keyword labels blocks, code blocks, and the code blocks are what's executable via go to statement. So it's a go to statement, but it's a switchable go to statement based on the then marker or the then clause. So you're gonna have this system there in the Gaussian, but you're gonna have system gonna have so you're gonna have a compound sentence which is a only independent sentence. I love to run. I love to run, which one gonna happen because I love shopping. Because I love marathons. So because it's a conjunction, but I love marathons. It's a no, but if you start something because it's not really correct. So that's the incorrect way to do it. So you're gonna have a sentence that although I love marathons, although I love to run, although I love to run, although I love to run, it is because I love marathons. No, that doesn't make sense. Listen, I love to run because I love to run. This is with conjunction. Because you start with because, no, it's conjunction, but you cannot use that as a study stance. You can't use it as a conjunction stance. You're gonna have compound sentences. You have one dependent sentence, one independent sentence. You're gonna have the complex sentence. You can have two independent sentences, two independent sentences, and one dependent sentence. So that's a good. But I already give an example in one other video. So compound sentence would be something that's made for two compound clauses, and this will be constitutional in the framework of the go to state marker or the then marker, D for the tango, E for H for umbrella, E for echo, F for number. So the then marker is there for you to exploit and use, but you can understand the then marker is here right now. You cannot switch it out. You cannot break it. You know, because it's part of the language construct. It only be code block it. If it's not talking language, you will spread out language pattern, and that's what this can break for you if you don't understand how to switch to a language that you can't interpret like a Python programming languages. So I've now disclosed almost everything. There's still compound and complex sentences, but the complex sentences are two dependent sentences, independent sentences that have one dependent clause. For as and is, because as, if you introduce something as system, it is that system, but it's either be able to superset or subset of the system. Because as a noun, as a verb, based on the construct model of the dimension principle of the dimensional classifiers. So you can have things describe things via heterogeneous homogeneity, via past, present, and future. So now I will demonstrate the code and see how it works. So let me try it now. So guys, can you see me? So basically, I got 4 minutes to demonstrate. Let me just switch this, guys, because my audio expires here. So let me just switch. So you're gonna have explorer doc. So basically, you take this is an NSIGII file. So OBINexus PNG. Yeah. So this is my logo. This is my old logo. I'm trying to get it back. So I'm gonna put it here. Yes, this is my logo. So I'm gonna run / OBINexus logo. I'm gonna use pipe. So the pipe operator is basically what we use. So you can't use we're gonna have a codec. So / OBINexus logo in PNG. Oh, so it's not here. So So you get with a codec. See, this is not a this is a codec. So it is PNG. It is portable network graphic, and literally just converted it to a raw video. Basically, it's supposed to say this you now get OBINexus logo, the PNG, but this is the importable image, but it's basically the kind of stateless image format. So it doesn't matter what the video is. You can take this image and this is a go run file. So this file here runs the system here, so it does work as intended. So the go run, basically, this is go run main. This is a code system. This is the NSIGII code system that's been describing. Let's just stop this recording. So what it okay, still got 5 minutes. 5 minutes. So you can understand that the codec system is unilateral. So basically it works on the kind of concept of tomography. So you can understand that. So you have the codec. So it's a codec. So you can understand. So if you go here to OneDrive, you get the codec, sim codec main logo, and documentation. So I'm going to do the documentation for you. So what I'm saying to you is, you have a README usage. So the usage listed, this usage. So you're gonna apply. So it's a linkable then executable coding. It's a linkable then executable encoding. Linkable then executable it's coding. That's what it is. It's a linkable then executable coding. It doesn't matter what it is. This file is not opening up. Let's not open up. Let's have to re-upload it. You can link it. It's not an L system. So what you're seeing here is that you get a raw video from a PNG. So you do / image part to image the PNG or part to video the PNG and pipe it to go run main and go. And this video takes a raw input. This is called a linkable LTF file. So linkable then file. It takes it tries the encoding of the image, and you can use the encoding as a library. So you can consume it as some kind of artifact in memory. And this is what the command system does. So you're gonna have any image, the format, that means something, and then you can have the raw format of it. But the raw format is stateless. So basically, it can never die. It can never die when you code this. When you re-encode it, this amount of its buffering, it encodes the buffering, and so because it's a video for evidence, you can take it into an SRT file. So basically, it's all I said here, but less formally. But you know what I'm saying. So I'm trying to get the images here on my desktop here, but this is the protocol here. So let me try to. So this is the video I had today. So this is the video here. NSIGII, N for November, S for Sarah, I for Indigo, G for Gold, I for India, I for India. When systems fail, build your own. When systems fails, build your own. Sorry about this, guys. Build your own. When systems fail, build your own. When systems fail. So that's the format. That's the file. That's basically a codec file. But the main goal is here. But it literally just takes this file, this video file, and gives you a raw codec of the system. So it's linkable then. It's a linkable then executable file format. Basically, it's a dynamic library. It takes this and gives it to a codec. So basically, it gives you a whole virtual file channels. So you're gonna work on this kind of channel transmitter. It's gonna have any kind of file you're gonna do, but you can work on this kind of principle: build and break, create, destroy, build and break, renew and renew. But it's a trident. It's a coding system. It's a codec system, not a file format. So you can use it to roll up. When you load this with memory, you then get a command and control. You can execute when you need to execute. Basically, it's like a library you can execute when you need to execute it. It's not just a control. For you use code. You don't make a direct code. It's a macro system for system. It's a macro system for other systems. Thank you for watching this video, guys. Like, share, subscribe. So it's like a macro. So it's like you see, it's a DLL. So you like it's a macro. So you have to use this as a macro when you consume it as a codec system. That encodes something when you run it. Thank you for watching, and decodes it.